Panda Express's honey walnut shrimp. So this is Panda Express copycat recipe of honey walnut shrimp. I have a lot of ingredients and a lot of things going on here, but it actually isn't that complicated. Thanks for joining me live. I'm going to be filming my edited version, so definitely check out my outfit on my baby doll try-on haul coming up next. And let's get into our food. So first step, this could get really complicated, so I'm just going to go step by step. So first step, we got to prepare our walnuts. We are going to get in our pan, turn your stove on. Thanks for joining me live, and make sure you smash that like and that bell and that subscribe. And I hope you're having a good day. So I'm going to turn my pan on medium. Actually, I'm going to turn it on high because I want to get my water boiling. So alright, water on high. This would be the water. So I'm going to boil my water. Now it's 1 cup water per 1 cup sugar. So that was my 1 cup of water. And this is my 1 cup of sugar. And then we're going to bring this to a boil. And then we're going to add our walnuts. Alright, so you want to stir your sugar into your water till it dissolves. And then we're going to throw our walnuts in there. This is going to make like a syrup consistency. And in the meantime, we can get our shrimp ready. So I have, I guess necessarily would only need 1 pound of shrimp for this recipe. But I'm going to be doing 6 pounds of shrimp because I want extra honey walnut. If you're just joining me live, I'm making I'm making Panda Express's honey walnut shrimp. Please hit the like and the bell so YouTube knows that you like me and I can show you more videos. So right now I got my water boiling with my sugar. 1 cup water, 1 cup sugar. And we're going to dissolve the sugar into the water. I'm going to be seasoning my shrimp. The honey is needed later. My seasonings on my shrimp. I don't think Panda Express really puts extra seasonings on their shrimp. But I know they put something in it. Tastes like something like little Creole-ish to me. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of extra flavor to my shrimp because I really do love flavor. It's shrimp. Let's flavor it. But the actual recipe I think just calls for like a little bit of some Creole and probably a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm going to add a lot of Creole. And my water's about to boil over here. So this is technically step 1, this is technically step 2. And I'm just going to keep stirring my sugar into my water until it's melted. It's going to be very thick and syrupy, which is what I want. So I want to boil that all the way down. And then I will add my walnuts here in just a second. So I'm going to keep spicing up my shrimp here with some pepper. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me live. I hope you check out my baby doll try-on haul. This one is definitely lace see-through transparent. And I'm adding some garlic salt to my shrimp. So I got pepper, garlic salt, and some Creole. That should be good enough. Maybe a little bit more. I love garlic salt. Alright, and I don't want to forget about my sugar over here. My sugar water. I'm going to go ahead, now that it's clear and dissolved, I'm going to go ahead and boil down my walnuts. So I'm going to actually throw my walnuts into my boiling water without splashing myself. Very gently. And I put a little bit more than 1 cup sugar and 1 cup water just because I'm making a bigger batch. I went ahead and did 1.5 cups of each Just make sure that it's a 50-50% ratio. So if you use a half a cup of sugar, use a half a cup of water. But I think the recipe calls for 1 cup and 1 cup. But who knows, because now this is our recipe. So we shall see. I have yet to actually make this, so hopefully it comes out the way I want it to. So I'm going to go ahead and just boil those down in that sugar water, and hopefully I made enough of that sugar water for all those almonds that or walnuts that I just put in there. Okay. So I'm going to now stir in my spices I'm going to just stir these spices around so every piece of shrimp gets evenly coated with my beautiful cocktail of spices. And this is actually a lot of shrimp, so I might need some more spices. Let me get finished mixing this in and we'll be able to tell. You just want a nice coating around your shrimp so that they have some flavor for when we eat them. Who wants flavorless shrimp? Not me. Okay, yeah, this is cool. This is getting bubbly, which we want because that's how it turns into a syrup. And I'll get a different spoon for this. And we're going to kind of just keep those boiling down. Like so. And I'm going to keep spicing my shrimp. And, oh, they smell good. Smells really good. Thank you. Let's see who we got joining us today. Ben. Nice to meet you, Ben. I'm sorry. I need to learn Spanish. Alright, so we're going to put a little bit more, I just want a little bit more Creole on my shrimp. This is no salt Creole, so I don't have to worry about it being too salty, because the dish definitely isn't salty. It's got a little kick of spice flavor to it, and I'm pretty sure it's that. Or something close to a Creole mix. So, once we got these nice and spiced, we are going to bread them and fry them. And again, this is 6 pounds of shrimp. I got a little carried away when I was prepping for this meal. I'm hungry, can you tell? No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so I think you're just supposed to keep boiling this down until it gets more syrupy. So keep that going. And my shrimp are almost evenly coated in my spices. Thanks for watching me live. I hope you like Panda Express's honey walnut shrimp. We are going to be making it a little bit more flavorful than the Panda Express version, but it should be exactly like that. So we got our shrimp coated in a little bit of Creole, and we're going to then, what are we going to do? I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Alright, so I really want this to get boiled down, but it's going to take a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and wait till that happens. In our bowl, so we go shrimp, egg wash, cornstarch, and then into the deep fryer. So I could go ahead and go, I guess, I wasn't going to use 2 burners, because I don't know, can't really see it over there on that one, but you can on the other video. So I guess I will just be patient and wait for this stuff to finish. So I want to definitely boil all this down, boil the water out so the sugar makes the walnuts sweeter. We want sweeter walnuts. So we're going to boil in maybe some more sugar. And then we're going to get to our shrimp. I'm going to go ahead and crack open my eggs into my... Can you tell I've never made this before? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and crack my eggs into my bowl here. This is going to be my egg wash for my shrimp. So we have one. You only need 2 eggs for 1 pound of shrimp. But again, like I said, I'm doing 6 pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and do 4 eggs. Which maybe I might need 6 eggs, but I'm going to try 4 eggs first. And this is just going to need to get beaten. We got to stir our eggs. And they're easy to whisk with a fork. So here we have it. Our shrimp is ready to fry. We just need to get it onto the burner so you can see it. There's our egg wash. It's just plain eggs. Here's our dry ingredient. It's just cornstarch, plain cornstarch. I think I want to pour, I don't know, maybe it is enough sugar, but I feel like I have too much water and not enough sugar. So I'm going to add a little bit more sugar to this. Alright, so I'm just adding a little bit more sugar because I want them to be a little bit more caramelized than they are. And that's going to help that happen. And then I'm going to go ahead and stir the sugar in. Thank you, Ben. What did you ask? Let's see. Zoom? You want to zoom in? Alright. There we go. So I just let these boil down just a little bit more. All that moisture is almost out of it. We do have it at a roiling boil. And then we're going to fry our shrimp, and then we're going to make our sauce. So our sauce is basically, right now in this bowl, all I have is some warm water that has been mixed in with some cornstarch. So this is just thanks for joining me. I hope you're having a good day. I'm making Panda Express's honey walnut shrimp. Make sure you smash that like so YouTube knows you like me. And right now we are caramelizing our walnuts in some sugar water. That is all we are doing here so far. And we have gotten our shrimp flavored and our cornstarch and our egg wash ready to fry our shrimp, and our sauce, which is all the components of the dish. And in here I just have a cup of water with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 1 tablespoon of sugar. And I'm actually going to cook this in with some honey and possibly this juicy like substance here once I take these walnuts out. But maybe not. Maybe I'll just make a fresh sauce. I'm making this up as I go, okay? Let's see. Woody, when is your birthday? Stir harder? Okay, I can stir harder. Here, that's too far of an angle. Let me stir this harder. So here's our cornstarch water with our with a little bit of sugar in it, and we're going to cook this down with some honey for our sauce. And then it might need something after that, but that's going to be our start. And as soon as these are actually looking really good. They're almost, it's almost all the way cooked down. Almost all the way caramelized. See how juicy that looks? Let's see if it's sweet, because that's what we want. Oh, that's good. Okay. I can appreciate that. Let's give those a few more minutes to get a little bit more caramelized. Those are very good though. Very, very, very good. We're just waiting now. Just waiting for our candied walnuts to finish so we can fry our shrimp. Actually, we'll make our sauce and then fry our shrimp and then add it all together. I don't know when my birthday is. When's your birthday? Every day's my birthday. Every day. I'm so lucky. Alright. Especially when it gets down to less and less water. You really want to make sure it doesn't burn on the bottom because it can happen really quickly. And they are almost there. They're almost there. I'm going to, when I take them out of this mixture, I'm going to put them on a piece of parchment paper, and so they don't stick to my pan, so it's easier to get them back in with the shrimp at the end. We're going to combine it all at the end, not in the beginning. So I'm going to just wait for this to get a little bit more caramelized, and then we are going to, ooh, does not look good. Be that much closer to our shrimp. And I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit of this out into my sauce mixture here, because I want a little bit of that flavor in my sauce. I just want a little bit in there. There we go. And that is basically caramel at the bottom of the pan for me. That dark, saucy mixture. So they're kind of, when you candy walnuts, they kind of turn into like a caramel candied mixture. I think caramel actually has butter in it, so this is probably not caramelized, but it's sugared. Candied, that's what they call it. When you just do sugar water, it's called candied. I love everything candied. I want to candy everything. Thanks for joining me live. We're trying to make some honey walnut shrimp from Panda Express. So I could smell that it was getting too hot. So I went ahead and turned it out because all of my, it's all cooked into my walnuts. So I'm going to go ahead and just pour these out onto my parchment paper and see how sticky they are. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can use this pan to make my sauce. And basically what I'm going to need to do is get the pan warm enough. Oops. If I can not miss the pan. Alright, don't miss the pan. So I'm going to need to add my honey because the sauce is mostly composed of honey. So I'm going to actually need to get this cleaned up and back on my burner. If I can. I like making a mess, you know? What can I say? Alright. So I need to stir this so it doesn't burn. And what cornstarch water does is it creates a sticky sauce consistency that's also shiny. So sugar, water, cornstarch makes those really cool Asian glazed sauces that you see at your favorite restaurants. They're usually some form of cornstarch and water mixtures. So So this one, of course, we want to be sweet. So we are going to mix in our honey. And that is all melted together now. So I have that flavor going on in my base sauce. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add in my honey. And I'm going to want a lot of honey. I don't know if that will overflow, but it looks like it will. So maybe I need to turn my stove down. Maybe. Thanks for joining me live. I'm attempting to make Panda Express's honey walnut shrimp, which it appears to look easy enough. So, alright, let's get our honey open. They're always me-proof. Oh, come on. Honey. Don't watch me use my teeth. That didn't even work. Well, next step is stab it. Alright, so I want to make sure this is not burning because I don't want burnt sauce. But I do want that water to evaporate after I get this honey in there. Oh, it's so good. I love honey. Everybody should love some honey. Save the bees. So I'm going to go ahead and just put about a half a cup of honey in here. Nice, good amount. And I'm going to let this cook down. And of course, this doesn't have to be exactly, it could still be a little runny. It doesn't have to be as syrupy as this. See, these have already candied. And that's how you make candied walnuts. So good. Alright. I gotta put these over here. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. Alright. So this is gonna be my sauce. And hopefully when it's done, it will taste sweet enough like honey. That cornstarch is what's making it really thick right now. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this down just so I can get a slower cook on my sauce. And it's kind of looking like the color that I want. I want that glazed color. I don't want it milky. I don't want it, I want a real clear glazed honey tasting sauce. Because the actual little bit of flavor that you taste is on the shrimp itself, not from the sauce. The sauce is just the sweet part. So I'm going to do a combination of putting it on my heat, taking it off the heat. And my sauce is probably a little bit darker than I would prefer, but it might taste right. Or I'll make a different sauce. Alright. So I have that simmering. And I'm actually going to put this on the back burner so we can get started frying our shrimp finally. I'm sure you've had time to go out to Panda Express and get it by now and bring it back home, but we will get to this. I just want my sauce to be a little bit, see, I kind of liked it better when it was boiling higher. Felt like it was cooking faster. So I'm going to now fry my shrimp. And in doing so, I'm going to just dip it in my egg, and then dip it in my cornstarch, and then dip it in my grease. So I need to go ahead and get my grease started. I'm going to go ahead and move my sauce to this back burner and keep it on low. So the back one I want now on medium, and this front one I want on about 8. And I don't really like how dark my sauce is, but I think once it like covers all the shrimp, it'll be alright. We'll see. Not sold on the sauce yet. Alright. Let me go ahead and put this on the back burner and bring my grease over here to the front without burning myself. And there we go. I think I'm just going to, I don't know if it was like the stuff in the walnut, but I think it just got too dark for my liking. So I'm probably going to make a different sauce with just honey, cornstarch, and water. But let's just fry our shrimp now. Let's see. I turned the wrong one off. Okay. Alright. We are going to do what? I forgot. What am I cooking? I am trying to cook honey walnut shrimp from Panda Express. That's why we got the candied walnuts. And we got a shrimp that I'm about to batter and deep fry. As soon as my grease gets hot, we will get to rolling. At some point today, we'll have this in our mouth. My sauce is just not the right color of the sauce that I wanted. Let me see what it tastes like. It might be close enough. We'll see. Let's see what it tastes like. It's not too yellow in the spoon, is it? Too dark? Let me see. Nah, it's kind of like the right consistency. Tastes like honey. Yeah, it just tastes like honey. It tastes like a honey sauce. So we'll go ahead and go with that. That works. That works for me. I'm going to go ahead and keep it on low just so I can make it a little bit more saucy. Actually, I think it's good. I think it's good how it is. So we're going to leave that alone. We got our honey sauce. We got our walnuts. Now we just need the shrimp. So, our grease is not there yet. Mike, shrimping since been shrimping. I've been shrimping since been shrimping. Thank you, Ben. Yes, yep. You gotta love shrimp. Forget cooking, I've been shrimping. It did take quite a while to peel all of these shrimp. This is like 6 pounds of shrimp. I think I got a little carried away. So hopefully my grease will hold enough that it doesn't take me all day to do this. But if not, at least you get to see me in this hot outfit all day. What are you having for dinner? What are you guys eating? I think you know what I'm about to eat. Alright, so we got our eggs and our cornstarch and our shrimp and our grease getting hot. And a baby doll try-on haul coming up next. It's kind of cute in the back too. I will have heels on during the try-on haul. And I can show you what I have. So I will be trying on this see-through piece here. Yes, very cute. I've tried that on, I like that one. And this one, it's blue and it's got a transparent top on it. It's inside out right now because I tried that on too. I like that one too. They're a little long, but I like them. And this one here, this one is very, very adorable. Very adorable. Some of these they're like, I think some of them are Victoria's Secret. This one is Victoria's Secret. Very, very see-through. So they're all my baby doll try-on haul. I might get around to that today. And of course this piece. I feel like my grease is definitely starting to move around. You can see it kind of spreading to the sides. So it's definitely getting done for me. I'm going to get all the handles out of my way so I don't hurt myself or catch my stove on fire. And I'm going to use my spoon to get it out of my grease. So I am ready. So I'm going to take each individual shrimp, I'm going to dip it into my egg wash. Oh. An unwanted guest. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna dip my shrimp into my egg wash. And then I'm gonna dip it into the cornstarch. Just like that. Dust it off a little bit, but just to where it's nice. Nice coating on it. Then I'm going to drop it into my grease. And that is hot enough. I'm going to turn this down, I don't know. I don't want it too high. Alright, and then I'm going to just do that as many times as I can. Egg wash, cornstarch, grease. Egg wash, cornstarch, grease. Literally each one handmade. Because I don't know how they do it like industrial. I guess they already come in a bag. Machines probably dip them and coat them. I need a twin machine of myself that knows how, a robot, what do they call those? AI, your twin AI robot to be over here dipping these for me. And egg wash, cornstarch, fry, and egg wash, cornstarch, fry, egg wash, cornstarch. Thanks for watching me. Give me a second, I'll read the comments. Fry. Hi, Mike. A little bit of that. I bet it's gonna be good. Thank you, Woody. Alright. So these are about to be done. The first ones I put in have a nice golden crisp to them. And hopefully it tastes like Panda Express. I do like how light that batter is. Mine looks a little bit more messier than Panda Express's. Theirs is a little bit more smoother. But it will taste the same, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this one here is done. It's a nice golden brown color. See how the shrimp, minus that part. See how the shrimp turned like a crispy color? A golden brown color. And here, this one's ready. It's nice and small and crisp. We'll just pick these out as they go. I'm going to go ahead and, as they cook, these ones are good here. And we're shrimping. We're shrimping since been shrimping since been shrimping. Alright, so we got all the shrimp coming out. We need to get more shrimp going in. And then as soon as we fry all our shrimp, we'll add our walnuts and add our sauce. And let's go. So here we go. And we're going to egg wash these. I need a few more here. So they're all egg washed. And then I'm going to try to make as little of a mess as possible so they can look a little bit more uniformed. Alright, so now, whoa. We got batch 2 coming up. And here we go. Nice cornstarch batter. And some more shrimping. And in our fryer, eggs, cornstarch, fryer, eggs, cornstarch, fryer, eggs, cornstarch, and fryer. And we got 2 more in here. Let's see if we can squeeze them in there. I think they'll fit right here on the side. Cornstarch grease. I think I'm getting more cornstarch on my fingers than the shrimp. Alright, so that should probably be enough to make a plate. And we will, I will finish this up momentarily. Let me clean my station up somewhat. And clean my stove up a little bit. So I got cornstarch everywhere. And then let me flip these around so they could get a nice crisp cook. And this one looks like it's almost done. Roll these around till they are. I got a few golden here. And we'll give them just another second. Let me know what your idea on Panda Express's honey walnut shrimp is. And if you try this recipe, how it comes out for you. I think it'll be pretty darn close. Close enough. So, we got our shrimp about to come out. And then we're going to need our plate. Which I have on this back table. Okie dokie. So, this one here, oh, that one's ready. See the color difference? Nice and pink versus this one's still white. And these are ready. And these are ready. And these are ready. Are we back on? I don't know what happened. I think I lost connection for a minute. Cayenne, I heard that. Let's see here. With some cayenne, garlic powder. Yep. That's pretty much kind of the basic ingredients in the Creole. Okay, so we have our shrimp ready to eat. Ready to eat just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some of my walnuts to it. So let's see if we can break some of these candied walnuts off. And I want to crinkle them in here. So that's just the right ratio of walnuts per shrimp. As you would get. Ooh, those are still hot. Nice and hot. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to crumble these up a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and toss them in And now I'm going to add my sauce. And hopefully this comes out delicious. Alright. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour a little bit of my sauce on top using a tea strainer because I don't want the little walnut pieces to get in there. So I'm going to strain my sauce. And it is looking nice and clear and delicious. Alright. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Still draining. Alright, I think that's enough. There we go. Alright. And then let me get my spoon back in here to stir it up. And here is my version of... I forgot what I was making for a second. Alright, so this is my version of Panda Express's honey walnut shrimp. Let's get it in our plate so you can see it. There we go. And let's just put it on our plate real quick. Alright. And there you go. There is... Now I gotta put a piece of shrimp over here to cover the sauce. My version, put a walnut on top of... There we go. Here is my Panda Express. Here's my Panda Express honey walnut shrimp. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it. And try the recipe and give me some tippers at home.